Check, check. Let me know if you can hear me. Hello and welcome to the 10th episode, part 1 of the 10th episode of ASJE Aviation HQ Live here on YouTube. Apologies for the slight delay in terms of going live, just had a bit of technical issues, I suppose. It seems like every time I go live here on YouTube, my laptop decides to uh, throw a tantrum. That's pretty much what I was sorting out for the last maybe half an hour, 45 minutes. Ironically, it got worse as the closer I got to going live, but hopefully it's behaving now and we can have a good stream today. As I mentioned, this is the first part of first of two parts here for this episode, episode number 10. Today, what I'll be doing is I'll be going through the stage of setting up the airport. What I usually do in terms of this part, I have my laptop here to my left hand side. You can see it just here. And now on the left hand side of the screen there is my model list, my collection list just here. And on the left hand side you can see my cursor just over the top of them. That's the number that will be, that represent each of these models. On the right hand side we'll have a number at the bottom of the screen here, so let's just do a wee test to see if it works. See, just like that, 218, and that will represent an aircraft on this side of the screen. Now what you see in the yellow are models that have already been represented in a model update, in airport update. So 218, if that was to be chosen, would be the Israel Airlines, just here, if I can get it to select it right there, the Israel Airlines 787-9 with the Jerusalem of Gold livery by NG Models. So I'll give you a quick overview of the airport. Here we have my model airport. Well, as you can see, the airport map just here, and over in that corner there is my GSC, which will be put out on the airport in the next stream. So part 1 is pretty much taking out all of the models that get chosen for the next airport update. Part 2 will be the part where I start to put the aircraft out of their boxes and displayed as a model airport. So hopefully you enjoy today's stream. Hopefully it goes all smooth in terms of the showcasing of it. I should mention that I do have some content coming out very soon here on YouTube. Model reviews are coming out very soon. I've got the likes of the Air France 777 Freighter by NG Models, the Qantas P2F. Sorry, that's the 330 P2F by NG Models. Hopefully that one gets chosen today, because I would really like to see that out on my airport. It hasn't been out on my airport before in terms of an airport update. It has been showcased on my Instagram page. If you haven't checked out my Instagram page soon, there should be some links in the description below, especially for when this video has gone officially like post live stream, if you get what I mean. And yes, so hopefully we have a good stream today. I'm just going to move one of my some of my containers so I can get into some of them. So do bear with me just a moment. Rightio, so that should be all of them for now. So let me know where you're watching from, and of course don't be shy in terms of asking any questions because I would love to interact with you guys. So ask me anything regarding aviation or my model collection, etc. So of course, if you haven't seen my containers here, they're all behind me here. And of course, there's one over there. And as we swivel around back this way again, we've got three just sitting here. I just moved this one here off the top of this one and pull this one out from below there. So that's all of the model aircraft I have in my 1 to 400 scale collection. Of course, the 200 scale collection doesn't get showcased in terms of airport updates, but I do have some 200 scale aircraft that aren't being displayed at the moment, which includes this Max 9 just here, and below that is the Air New Zealand A320-200. They're the only two that aren't being displayed at the moment, apart from the C-17, which I don't have anymore, so that's probably why I'm not displaying it, but all the rest of them are being displayed up there. And then there's some up there as well. That 737 just there is a 1 to 100 scale, so it's all good. But I am needing to do a model review of that one right there, the C5 Galaxy. Has been in my collection for over a year now, so I am desperately needing to do that. But without further ado, it has been 8 minutes in terms of the stream starting. So let everyone know. Share this stream to everyone. Let's get let's get people watching this stream as we go along. Not too sure how long the stream is going to go for, guys. So it could be up to an hour. It could be longer than that. But I have been meaning to do an airport update. Last month I didn't do an airport update because there was word of some renovations happening within the household, and that meant that I was at risk of having to remove the airport as a whole. Those plans have been solidified or finalised, so that is the reason why I wanted to get these live streams out, and of course the airport update produced and ready to go onto the actual channel in time for all of that to happen in the first week of September, which is, if I'm not correct, that's only 2 weeks away. So without further ado, let's go ahead and check out what is going to be chosen for today's for the next airport update. I think that will be random ops number 4 in terms of the episode number. So let's go ahead and find out what the first of the models is going to be. So let's go ahead and do that. As you can see on the number there, numbers between 1 and 344, because that's how many models are in my collection. I should also mention the ones that are in red is represented by, that they are in my classic collection just here. And the ones that are in burgundy models that are also in my classic collection, but are also on my airports network. And yeah, as I mentioned, the ones that are in yellow are all the models that have already been showcased. The ones that are green are models that I have purchased but haven't been delivered yet. But all the ones that are in white are models that are able to be showcased or in a model airport update. So without further ado, let's go ahead and pick the first number. So this will be at Alpha 1 just there. So hopefully it will be a wide body. So let's go ahead and see what it is. So the first number is 92. So let's go over here and find out what that is. So number 92, ironically, is an aircraft that has already been showcased. So we would do this again. 54. And we have the first one, and it's right here. So the Swiss International Airlines Boeing 777-300ER. I believe this one is a release by Phoenix Models, and ironically, it is right here. This one right here. Welcome to any people that are watching from Switzerland. Beautiful country. I would love to go to Zurich and do some plane spotting over there. A great place for plane spotting. So let's go ahead and check out what's going to be the next one. 165, a bigger number this time, so it's a more recent one in my collection. 165 has already been chosen. It was the Aeroflot A350, so let's do that again. 317. What's this one going to be? Here it is here. Ooh. Singapore Airlines Cargo Bone 777 Freighter. Because that's a freighter, it won't be sitting over here. It'll be sitting over at Charlie 1, which is just there. But I do know where that is. Ironically, another one at the top. I recently had this one out on my airport to take photos of it. So very nice to see that it will be showcased in a model review. Very cool indeed. So that's the first of the aircraft. Hopefully we'll have Charlie 2 showcased in this airport update. This one just here, it rarely ever gets used. Mainly used by ATRs or my Fokker 100, which I hope also comes out, because that hasn't been out for quite some time. So let's go ahead and check the next one. Number 44. Any narrow bodies will be put out in the Bravo stands. So 44. This one right here. And we have the KLM Royal Dutch Airlines 787-9. I believe this one is a Phoenix Models release. I believe it is in this container right here, which is going to make me do some digging here. Trying to find it. There she is, right there. So I'll move this out of the way. Right, I made this difficult for myself. Here she is. Very nice indeed. It would be nice if the likes of NG Models came out with another one of those. I know Aviation 400 came out with one recently. Has sold out, I believe. So I did end up missing out on that one. I believe it was Bravo Hotel Oscar that was released by Aviation 400. I would still like to get it, but would be nice if NG Models came out with it. Welcome to everyone who is joining so far. Let me know where you're watching from And if you have any questions you want to ask me in terms of my model collection, I do have an array of model aircraft in my collection, which you'll see throughout the stream. Go ahead and ask anything if you want to ask anything. I don't mind answering your questions. But without further ado, let's go ahead and check out what will be the next model that gets chosen. 270. So what I'm picking out at the moment, the aircraft that will be at the gates in the next airport update. I will also pick out the next ones that will be in or taxiing around the airport. The next one we'll be choosing is this one here, the United Airlines. So that's 269. It's the one below that one, right there. The Emirates Airbus A380-800 Alpha 6 Echo Victor Golf in the year of the 50th livery. Ironically, this aircraft is no longer in this livery. It's now wearing the new livery. I know this because I've seen it in person. And it's sitting right here. Here she is. Do my best to not to do a facial review just yet. So here is the model. I'll try and that's the livery that will be on the model. I understand that the aircraft or this livery no longer exists in the Emirates fleet, but I like it. You know, it's one of those liveries that actually suited the 380 and the 777 at once. Beavershire Diecast might have the Aviation 400 plane that you're wanting. True. I'll give them a whirl later on. So now what you see is we've got the 777, 787, and an A380. We cannot have another 380 sitting here because of the wingtip fences. The wingspan. My bad. But we can have a 380 sitting here. But for anyone interested, I got this airport map from Aircraft Model Store out in at the UK. It is made by it's like a paper material, but it's like a glossy paper. It can be used for 400 scale and also 500 scale, but anything above 400 scale it won't fit anything. If you're interested in checking out where I got this from, there'll be a link in my post description after the live stream has officially gone live onto the channel. But there are some links in previous airport updates, so go ahead and check that out, or model reviews as well. So hopefully you can get them yourself. Of course, I have this airport set up as my Alpha stands just there, the Bravo stands just here. This is Delta 1, but it can also be used for military. If it is military, it'll be Mike 1 because the M in military. And it's also an extension to the Bravo concourse, so any wide body can't sit here, so it's just a narrow body stand. And then we've got the Charlie 3 just there. It can be used for a passenger aircraft, but Charlie 1 is where the 777 will be sitting. Taxiway wise, we got Alpha, Echo, taxiway Papa, and then just here we've got taxiway Kilo, and then we've got the runway here, runway 10 going the left to right, right to left it will be 28, and then where the box is, this of course is the C5M box. Underneath that is sort of like a ramp area that you can put other model aircraft on, but it's sort of like a maintenance area. G'day mate, how you going? I hope you're doing well there. If you like what you see, go ahead and drop a like on the stream here. Share it to anyone that you would like to share it to, get some like-minded viewers on here. Of course, just like Sidquad says, a like in the stream and of course subscribing to the channel are the freest ways to support the movement here on this channel, and of course it will be a great indication of how you enjoy today's content. I hope Sid Squad end up watching the stream. Will be quite nice. But anyway, let's go ahead and check out the next two models that will be being put out on the airport update. 166. So let's check these out. 166 is right here. Interesting. That's the Presidential Flight 787-9. This is by NG Models. I do know where this is. It should be over here somewhere. Yes, there it is right there. Okay, here it is. Move these narrow bodies out of the way. This one here. Presidential Flight 787-9. It won't sit at a gate. This one will, as I mentioned before, this one here will sit under, next to the 777 as like a government aircraft, So I'll put that just on top of here, just to know, let me know where it's going. Yes, so many boxes. I know there's 340 odd of them here today, so got a great variety of aircraft. Rightio, we still haven't got our next passenger aircraft out here, so let's go ahead and check out what it will be. Number 48. Number 48 is this one right here. Oh yes, one of my favourites. One of my favourites in my collection. I'm happy to get this one out. This is the Singapore Airlines Airbus A350-900. This is Sierra Mike Foxtrot, the 10,000th Airbus aircraft, ironically, sitting right at the top here. This is the Phoenix model version. Even though I know that DNG models have released it, I'm not selling this one, that's for sure. Because the Edgy Models one is no longer in stock. It's rarer than a hot day in winter. So especially here in New Zealand, damn straight. Rightio. So that's the alpha stand so far. We've got one more to go. So let's get that one chosen for you guys. Hopefully it's a recent one. 315. What's this one? 315 right here. And just as I mentioned, Qantas Freight Airbus A330-200 P2F. This is the Australia Post livery. So this one won't be sitting. It won't sit at Alpha 5, but it will sit at Charlie 1. Not Charlie 1, Charlie 3. So this one right here. I did go ahead and pre-ordered the other one, the Qantas Freight livery, also by NG Models, so I'll put that one just there. I did just move one of my pushback tugs, so that's alright. They will sit nicely at Charlie 3. So I'm only going to have 5 passenger gates. Passenger aircraft at the alpha stands. Usually Charlie 3 can be used as a passenger aircraft area, but in this occasion it won't be. So very nice. We can't have any more freighter aircraft on the airport now. We can if it's taxiing, but we'll sort that out later. So hopefully this is the next one for Alpha 5, 172. Does Air Canada often fly down to New Zealand for? Actually, Air Canada flies to Auckland as a passenger route. So I think it's with the 787 at the moment. I think it's the Dash 8 that does the route. And here it is. 172 is the Qatar Airways 787-9. This is the it is the Gemini Jets release. If I can find it, that's the beauty of the sort of stream. I think it's in this one here. As you can see, there is quite a lot. There is quite a lot of models to, a lot of boxes to try and investigate where it is. I definitely think it's in this one. The clue would be looking at the barcode, because on the barcode it's upside down, but you can see Gulf India Alpha there. That's the ICAO code for Greater Indonesia. So if we get this one, sorry, no, I'll do a different one. So this one here, Victor India Romeo, that is Virgin Atlantic, and that of course is the Virgin Atlantic A330neo. That's not the one that I'm looking for, so it's actually not in this container. Interesting. Is it over here perhaps? It is, right here. This one right here. Quebec Tango Romeo. That of course is Qatar Airways. And this is the 787-9. Whoopsie daisy. Very nice indeed. We're going to have two 787s at the Alpha stands. Very nice. So that's the Alpha gate sorted out. We've got at Alpha 1, we have the Swiss International Airlines 777-300ER, Alpha 2 KLM at 787-9. Alpha 3, we've got the Emirates A380 wearing the year of the 50th livery. Alpha 4, we've got my favourite A350 on the planet. Then of course there's the Singapore Airlines A350-900 with the 10,000th delivery on it. And then we've got Alpha 5, the Qatar Airways 787-9 by Gemini Jets. The Charlie gates we do have finalised. At Charlie 1, we've got the Singapore Airlines / DHL 777 freighter. And in Charlie 3, we've got the Qantas Freight A330 200 P2F in the Australia Post livery. That does mean that Charlie 2 will not be operating again. And of course, at the military stands, I should say, in this case would be the UAE Presidential Flight 787-9. There are an array of models that I would like released, but I will just read out the comment that just came through. See, the A350 XLR has the range to fly non-stop London to Auckland. Jeepers, that is a long flight. Yes, I do think Qantas have the 350-1000 ULR on order. I think that's going to be doing Sydney to London, Sydney, New York. That is a long flight to think about. Aviation has gone up in terms of technology, hasn't it? But as I mentioned, there are some models that I would love to see released in the near future. In terms of Oceania area, like the Oceania being like Australia, New Zealand, and the Pacific Islands, would like another Fiji Airways Max 8 released. I have the one by Phoenix Models, Foxtrot Alpha Foxtrot, but I would like to see one released by NG Models with Gemini Jets. Of course, we do have anticipation for the Qantas Link A220s released. We did just recently have X-Ray 4 Bravo, I think that's called Koala or something, be released in the Gemini 200 section. But I would like the 400 scale, even though I know the mold's going to be pretty terrible, but I'm going to get it regardless. And then we've got the X-Ray 4 Alpha in the Aboriginal livery that is most likely going to be released in the next release, but well, hopefully it is. I just want some A220s in my collection, so I have a reason to fly it, you know, on Infinite Flight, and get some screenshots, because that's how I do my billboards for my my airport account, Instagram account. Why not go on Infinite Flight, get some more XP, you know? Anyway, now that we've got the wide body sections sorted out, I'm going to get some narrow bodies out now. So any numbers that land on a wide body will not be picked out in this on this occasion. After I've picked out all of the stands, then we'll do the taxiways. So basically, one sitting here, here, and here, and then there'll be one on the runway, one under here, and there'll be one sitting over here where the mouse is. Is there any airlines in the oceanic region that fly the CRJ family? I'm not too sure. Maybe there's some in Australia, but I'm not too sure about New Zealand. Mainly the CRJs that are in New Zealand are operated by private jet owners. But in terms of private jets, I would like to have like the Gulfstream or something in my collection or something. Rightio, let's go ahead and see what we're gonna get in terms of narrow bodies. So Bravo 1 sitting here can only have an ATR sitting in it, or the Fokker 100. They are the only two aircraft that can sit there. Pretty much just like the Charlie 2 stands. So let's go ahead and see if we're going to get some narrow bodies. 260. Rightio. This would have been one that I would have liked to get out. Right, 260. This one right here. T-Way Air, the South Korean airline. That would have been a nice one to pick out for a wide body stand. That's right. We do. New Zealand also gets the same, the Fokkers, the ATRs, and the Dash 8s, but we don't really get any CRJs in terms of airlines. Rightio, let's go ahead and see what we're going to get. Hopefully we get some Max 8s out. So we're looking for 91 that hits. That was the Shanghai Airlines 787, which is literally just there. That's been out before, so we won't be seeing that again in a model airport update for a while. 129 we're looking for. Also a 787 EVA dash 10. That was the Phoenix release, I believe. Was it the Phoenix release? Let me have a look. No, it was the Phoenix release just there. Okay, let's look again. 301. It is a recent acquisition. And we do. It is a narrow body. Air New Zealand A320 Neo November Hotel Charlie. Rightio. I know where that is because I literally put it in the container just before. And here it is, right here. No, that's November Hotel Alpha, my bad. This one here is November Hotel Charlie. The reason why I put the sticker thing on it is because both of the boxes look identical. And both of them have November Alpha Charlie as the aircraft on it. So, that's why I put the label on it. And of course, this one here is my most recent model. Should be a model review out on the channel very soon. So look out for that. Very, very nice aircraft. This one here will be sitting at Bravo 2. Right here. So we'll put that just there for the time being. Hopefully yeah, as I mentioned, the Max 8s. I would like to have some more Max 8s released, especially for the Oceanic region. Let's have a look at the next one, 96. What is 96 going to be? A narrow body, very nice. This is Air New Zealand A321 Neo. This is the Black Fern livery. Very nice. Mistakenly called the All Blacks livery. This one is right here. Very nice indeed. I love this livery so much. It was recently on Sid Squad in one of the Sydney streams. So very nice indeed. So far, so good. Very nice indeed. What did you say, mate? I think it's awesome, although... Ah, there we go. The E190 E2. Very nice. Yeah, I quite like the order. Even though I'm not that much of a fan of the E2 jets in general. It would have been nice had Virgin Australia got the A220-100 in terms of the narrow, you know, the regional stuff. But it's nice to see. Nice to see that Oceania getting the E2 because the Air Kiribati recently had the E2 as well, but then that was phased out due to some issues there, and now that's operating for someone else. I think it's like Pioneer or something over in Australia. Not too sure, but will be quite a nice model. We're getting it for sure, even though I'm not the biggest fan of it. But I do need narrow body aircraft for the short haul connections, because obviously you guys should obviously know that the majority of my collection are international wide bodies. And I don't really have that many narrow bodies because we do have some here and we've got some over here as well. I did recently order one in terms of a narrow body. If you don't know what that is, go ahead and check out my Instagram page. And look at the hashtags of my most recent one that says new services in terms of Qantas. What are you thinking about? Oh, yeah. I do like that. I liked that one, the Cathay Pacific's 330 Neo order. It was in the inevitable order, wasn't it? Over the 787. It would have been myself being a 787 fanatic. It would have been nice to see someone order the 787, but because that Cathay Pacific also operates the 330-200 and they want 300. I'm sorry, and they're wanting to replace that aircraft for something else. The obvious choice is the 330 Neo. So very nice to see someone else coming out with that. So let's go ahead and check out what the next model is going to be released. 304. Sorry, the next one that I'm going to be picking out. 304 just here is the Emirates Boeing 777-300ER with the new livery by AV400. Not a narrow body, but the one above it is. So it would be nice if 303 is picked out. So 150. Let's have a look. 150. American Airlines 787-9. Unfortunately, is not a narrow body, so let's go ahead and go right past it. 35. Qatar Airways 777-200LR. Another one that I would like to see released in terms of a narrow body here in the Oceanic region is the Air Callan A330. Sorry, not A330. The A320 Neo. I do have the 200 variant, and I'm wanting to replace it with something, and just no. No, I don't think the Blackburn livery would look nice in the All Blacks livery. All Blacks, All Black slash Blackburn, Black Beauty, whatever you want to call it. It won't look good on that aircraft. I'm just saying that as I don't like the aircraft in general. But yeah, I do, as I mentioned, I do have the Air Cullen A320. That's a model that or an aircraft that hasn't been released. For that, I think needs to be released anyway. 142. The next aircraft to be showcased in Sri Lankan Airlines A330-200. Not a narrow body, so we'll go right along. 258. Condor A330 Neo, so we'll go right along. 182. 182, I've gone past it. It's 777. Next one, 316. It is a recent acquisition, but it's not a narrow body. Air Tahiti Nui 787-9. Unfortunately. 263. Hey, we have a narrow body right here. Jetstar Airways A320. This is Victor Foxtrot Yankee. So this one here should be the one that that has the sharklets. So, and it's literally right here. Here she is. Foxtrot Yankee. Yeah, very nice indeed. Going to be sitting at Foxtrot. So that's going to be sitting at Bravo 4. Radio. See how Iceland Air have the Northern Lights livery. Hasn't Air New Zealand or Qantas done a Southern Lights livery on a Dreamliner? No. There is no Aurora livery on a 787 here in the Southern Hemisphere. So that pretty much answers your question. It would be nice if someone did have one, but it's unfortunately not a livery. So let's go ahead and pick out the next one. 175. It was the Jetstar A321 Neo, but it is in yellow, which means that it has been showcased before. But since it is a narrow body, and I don't have many narrow bodies, that is going to be one that I'm going to pick out. Whether it is in a gate or not is another story. If it is in a gate, it's going to be on a taxiway. But if it is on a taxiway in the most recent, in the whatever stream it was in, it will be at a gate. So I'll put that one up there for now, just for safekeeping. It might also be on the runway as a departure. So we're going to go ahead and pick out some more. That's a no as well. They won't be getting any XLRs. They already have the A321 Neo on order, just the standard Neo, and they've also got the A320 Neo for the passenger. Sorry, not the passenger. The domestic network as well. They're also on order as well, but they won't be ordering any XLRs or LRs or anything else. Right, 62. Number 62 is the British Airways Airbus A380 that would most definitely not fit at the Bravo stand. Let's go right ahead. 269. What will this one be? United Airlines 777? Nope. 304. Emirates 777. Again. Number 37. Lots of scrolling going on. But I guess that's what I did to myself. Air New Zealand 777 at 300ER, this one right here. I was thinking about getting that one out a couple of nights ago, so I could do it as a night shot. I might take it out anyway. What about A319? No. Any New Zealand aren't getting any more narrow bodies for their fleet anytime soon. I think what they're more focusing on is wide bodies, but they've already got enough wide body orders. The only thing they have on order is 787s, but they are backlogged, so they won't be getting them anytime soon. Then they've got about 3 or 4 -9s on order, but they've got like 8 or 10 -10s. But the -10s won't be in the fleet for quite some time just yet. There will be like 2026 or 2027 that they are actually in the fleet. They are actually replacing the 777s. So that's unfortunate. Rightio, let's go right along and continue. Number 147. It is the WestJet 787-9. Not a narrow body. Right, 62. Again, at the 380. 69. It is the Avianca 787-8. That's true. Jetstar is getting A320neos. Ordered by Qantas, but of course, in regards to the Qantas group, which of course Jetstar is a part of. They don't have the 200LR. New Zealand operates the 777-300ER. As of today, they did used to have the 200ER, but they don't have it anymore. That's been phased out for quite some time now. So 195 was unfortunately the Rex 737, which I did not realise it was still in the list. Has been sold, so it won't be in the stream or the airport update, but I will update the list for the next airport update. Radio, so 72. Right, and that is the German Air 787. 258 is the Condor A330neo. A couple I've seen from Singapore or long ago. Well, the 78's a bit logged. Yep. Radio. 248. Is it not a narrow body? 230. Aer Lingus. It hasn't been out for a while. 236. So what I'm just going to do here, just to help me, guys, is I'm going to have 5 numbers show up here, which will be very helpful. Right, 189. The first narrow body that I see will be it that gets picked. 176 is the Qantas 747. 130 KLM 747, 170 Etihad 7810, 56, and that is a Aeromexico 787. Radio. So the next 5. 259. That's the United 777. No, it's not. It's the American 777. 280. No, 208. We'll read your question in a moment. Hey, this one has been in a stream before, but it's going to be out now. Singapore Airlines MAX 8. I will just make sure that the next numbers are any more narrow bodies. 104 wasn't. 244 and 39. 244 was the Scoot 787, and 39 was the Air France 787. So I will get the Max 8 here. Here it is. Very nice. That'll also be right there. So what was your... So you think New Zealand will go back to London once it's possible? No, I don't think so. Um, New Zealand got rid of that route because they're wanting to focus on Pacific Rim destinations, such as the ones that they have them at the moment, especially in the US. So they've already got Los Angeles, San Francisco. I know that they have Houston, and Houston isn't a Pacific Rim destination, same as New York. Houston and New York are the only ones that aren't on the Pacific Rim that the Kiwi flag carrier operates. But the other Pacific Rim nations or destinations they operate to are the Asian destinations, such as Japan, so Tokyo, and they will also operate to Seoul, Incheon, Taipei, and Taiwan, Singapore, Shanghai, Hong Kong. Who else do they operate to? Of course, other Pacific Rim nations like Australia, Sydney, Melbourne, Brisbane, the Gold Coast, Sunshine Coast, Hobart as well. They operate as well to Perth and Adelaide, and also I think they operate to Bali as well. And of course, the Pacific nations: Fiji, Samoa, Tonga, Rarotonga, Papeete in French Polynesia or slash Tahiti. I probably have missed out some other ones. I don't think I said Singapore, but maybe I did. So they're mainly wanting to operate to the Pacific Rim destinations. I think the next one I hope will be announced will be Seattle. They do operate to Vancouver as well. So, and of course Honolulu in Hawaii. So very nice. So the only one we have left in terms of a gate is Delta 1. It'll also be a narrow body. So let's go ahead and give this a whirl. Hope the next narrow body, no matter what it is, will be the aircraft that goes there. Would be nice if it is the Australian Air Force P8 Poseidon. That would be quite cool. 103 is the first one. Iceland Air 757. Was that in my most recent airport update? I'm pretty sure it was. I'll have to see about that. Number 12. Let's have a look and see what that was. Jetstar. Okay. No, don't worry about the Iceland Air. This one will be it. Quite the subject as of late. The Jetstar A320 Victor Golf Foxtrot, which of course, if anyone knows their registrations, is old Jaffa Jet. The rumour that it was the aircraft getting repainted. Who said it? Who first said that this aircraft was going to be repainted? Because, I mean, it gave me a fright. I almost sold the model because of that. Even though it would be quite cool to see the new Jetstar livery. This one here, with that's now the one to look at in terms of the new, more updated livery, I believe is Oscar Foxtrot Yankee, I believe it is. It's like a lighter grey colour, sort of like this sort of grey. But yeah. It would be quite cool to see that livery on a narrow body. It is going to be featured on a 787 very soon, which I'm looking forward to. But how could they say that this livery was going to be repainted? I mean, what would have been cool if it were going to be modified or revised in some way. Would have been cool to see this text here on the front of the aircraft, like get rid of the hashtag and just have white text Jetstar, you know, or black text or something. But don't repaint the entire thing. I mean, it's been around since 2004 or something. Maybe even, no, 2014. My bad, because this one was the 10th anniversary that we won it. Yeah. So yeah. That's what I thought. Oscar Yankee uniform. Oscar Yankee uniform. I thought it was Foxtrot uniform, but of course that is a 320, isn't it? Radio. So that is all of the gates sorted out. We might put this one here at a on the runway. This one here was most recently out, so I might have to substitute that one. So what was the last one we put out? Number 12. So 177, 184, and 195. So we might have to substitute the Singapore Max. 184 was the Scandinavian A350, which is soon to be sold. And 195 was the Rex, which has already been sold. So we're just going to have to, just looking for a potential substitute. So 85, 63 and 64 is while I'm up here. So 63, 64 and 85. Okay. 173 and 263. 173 is the house livery. This is the Dreams Take Flight livery. And 263. 263. Which is already out. It's already out. Literally right there. Okay. 264. 264. Okay. 264 is the Jetstar A320 Foxtrot Juliet. We'll have a look at that one. It is over here. Jetstar A320. So that might be a potential substitute for the Singapore Max, perhaps. We'll look at the rest of them. 211 is not a narrow body. 259 is also not a narrow body. 16 and 314. 16. Foxtrot, Victor Foxtrot, which I also is another Jetstar. What is it with it's like the entire, it will be Air New Zealand, Jetstar, and then Jetstar over here. Man, I don't know what's going on here. Right, what's this? 314. So what happened to Qantas and Virgin Australia and Batik Airlines and stuff? 314, Emirates 380, new livery. Okay, so this one here is going to be substituting for the Singapore Max. Iceland Air? Maybe. I think most of them have been already out. I think most of them have already been featured. Let me have a look. I know 2 of them have. I know only one of them hasn't, and that's the Heckler Aurora livery. But I think I will just put the Max away just for now. So that's the passenger, and of course 2 cargos out. So just putting the Max away just there. So now what we're going to do is we're going to be sorting out what's on the taxiways. Perhaps I could have put that Max 8 on a taxiway. I might put the max 8 on this taxiway here. Okay. Since it wasn't already put out, so I'll put it just there for now. Righty-o, let's go ahead and pick out the aircraft that will be on taxiways. So I'm going to be putting one here, here, and one just under here. And there will be one on the runway, which of course has already been chosen. This one here, and there'll be another one down here, just on the takeoff roll. Rightio, so that is 1, 2, 3, 4 aircraft. Rightio, so I'm just going to pull up my sleeve because it's annoying me. Rightio, so what we're going to do is I'm going to go over here and modify this to 4 numbers. So the 4 aircraft that aren't already out will be the ones that are on the taxiways and runways. So the first 4 will be on taxiways. The bottom number will be on the runway. So hopefully it might even be the Heckler Aurora. We might see. Radio. So 281, 337, 73, and 234. Right. 281 is here. Oh wow, very nice. Air Greenland A330 800 Neo. I recently put this one away. Right here. Here it is. Iceland. Oh, sorry, not Iceland. Greenland. So I'll put that one right here. Very cool. Next one, 337. 337. Interesting. It's a model that hasn't been delivered yet. So we'll have to do that again in a moment. 73. Alrighty. 73. We'll get in there, here it is, just here. Ooh, another A380. All Nippon Airways, no, it's not a 380, it's a 787-9. Ah, it's a Star Wars livery. R2-D2 livery. Very nice, I know where it is, it's literally right here. There it is. My most expensive 400 scale aircraft that I've ever purchased. So we'll put that just here. Very nice. And the next one, 234. Yeah, 234. Right here. Ah, it's another narrow body. Very cool. The ASJE 190. Going out for a departure today. Very cool. So that will sit just there quite nicely in front of the narrow bodies. And there'll be a narrow body in front of that as well. Right, so the next one will be the aircraft that is chosen for the runway. So just going to modify this. How many is in my collection so far? 336 radio. So the number that is showcased on the side here will be the aircraft that's on the runway, on the takeoff roll. And it is 321. And ironically, it is a MAX, and it is the Fiji Airways. It's over here. Right here. So only 2 wide bodies on the taxiway and runway. So that will be just here. It will fit quite nicely in between the two wide bodies. So very cool. So they are the aircraft that will be out on the next airport update. So Alpha 1 will have the Swiss International Airlines 777. KLM will be at Alpha 2 with the 787-9. Of course, Swiss 777-300ER. Alpha 3 will have the Emirates A380 in the year of the 50th livery. Singapore Airlines A350 at Alpha 4. Alpha 5 will be the Qatar Airways 787. At Delta 1 will be the Jetstar Jaffa A320. Bravo 2 will have the Air New Zealand A320neo. Alpha 3 will have the Blackfern livery A321neo in New Zealand. Alpha 4 will have the Jetstar A320 Sharklet fitted A320. Alpha 5 will have the wingtip fence A320 Jetstar. And Charlie 1 will have the Singapore Airlines 777 freighter. Charlie 3 will have the Qantas Freight A330-200 PQF. And of course the maintenance stand, or this time being the the standoff bay, will be the UAE United Arab Emirates Presidential Flight 787-9. Turning on to the runway will be the Jetstar A321neo. On taxiway Echo will be the Qantas Link Embraer E190, taxiing out either for an arrival and or a departure, depending on if there's any pushbacks or not. Here will be, just sitting here, will be the All Nippon Airways 787-9 in the R2D2 livery. And of course at the rear here, this will be taxiing over to Alpha 1, of course that one there is usually a departure gate. And an airport update, so this will be coming in from Copenhagen via, I think it is Vancouver. But of course the Air Greenland A330neo by JC Wings. On taxiway Papa will be the Singapore Airlines 737 MAX 8, also taxiing out for departure. And last one on departing out to Nandi and Fiji will be the Fiji Airways 737 MAX 8. So they are the aircraft that will be out on the airport for random ops number 4. So the airport update will be coming out very, very soon. Part 2 in terms of live streams will be coming out very soon. It will probably be in a couple of days' time. Probably Wednesday or Thursday in terms of New Zealand time. Same time in terms of the time. So just before, at, or just after 3 p.m. I will put the advertisement up on Instagram and in my my community tab here on YouTube. So make sure you have subscribed to the channel and of course turn on the notification bell to be notified as soon as the live stream goes live. So very soon I'll schedule the live stream and make sure that it is updated for you guys. So that's very cool. I hope you enjoyed today's live stream, guys. Not sure if anyone has any questions you want to ask me really soon before I put this one out. Will you put the time in UK? And yeah, I can do that for you guys. Over in Europe, I'm not too sure what time it'll be in terms of what the starting time, but I will make sure that I put New Zealand time, sometimes in the US, and of course the UK as well. So I'll put that in for you guys for the future advertisements. Can I put a request? Yeah, go for it. What are you requesting for me, mate? No classic aircraft out on the airport in terms of the next airport update, but hopefully we'll get some out in the next ones. I did have some narrow bodies in there that I would have liked to put out. Two Air New Zealand 737s would have been pretty cool to see out. But the Bravo stands are mainly Air New Zealand and Jetstar. Of course, we did have the Qantas one being taxiing out, and of course the Singapore Airlines, and of course Fiji Airways. Another model that I would like to see is by NG Models if they come out with the 737 MAX 8 that's in the Star Alliance livery. Next airport update, can you have the Iceland Air 757 in the Northern Lights Heckler Aurora livery? Oh, I can show you the model. Just gotta remember where these were. I don't mind where they were. Sitting right here. Actually, right here. Good old Heckler Aurora. It is the only one of my Iceland Air 757s that will not be sold. The other two will be up for sale as soon as they get retired. Of course, this one here is in the 80th year livery. And this one here is in the regular livery. I think all of them have scimitar winglets. In terms of the 757. Just get it out. There you go. As you can see, scimitar winglet. That's a better way of showing it. That's scimitar winglet there. Not too sure if this one has scimitar winglets or not. It does. Oh yeah, this one is going to be sold for sure. The only one that's not going to be sold is this one here, because Heckler Aurora is far too important and iconic than the other ones, in my opinion. This also has the scimitar winglet as well. This is the only one I have in terms of 757s that don't have winglets. And this is the DHL one with the Rugby World Cup 2015 livery. I won't sell this one, but I will put it in my classic collection when it's when someone comes out with a DHL 767. I will definitely take this one out of my off my airports network and put it straight into my classic collection. Reason why is because New Zealand, the All Blacks rugby team, won the tournament for 2015. So that's the reason why I want to keep it. Other than that, I don't have that model. I don't have that model, the 757-300. I don't have any 757-300s, to be honest. Not a single one. The only other 757 I have is the Royal New Zealand Air Force, which is over here. Which I won't be selling, as of course we do operate them still. And the only other Air Force aircraft I have in terms of 400 scale and as a narrow body is the P8 Poseidon just there. Otherwise I have the C5 Galaxy and I have the C17, which is under here. Right there. Will you buy the Hawaiian 787? No, I won't buy it because I've already got it. Right there. So, but if someone comes out with a different registration, for sure, why not? The Hawaiian 787 is one of the best looking 787s in my personal opinion. But the best 787 in my opinion, it will not be beaten by anyone, is this one sitting right here. The Blackfern 787-9, the first ever 787-9 delivered to to any customer in the world. The launch customer was my flag carrier, so that of course is mainly the reason why I love the aircraft. Yeah, it just looks so elegant. I have seen it in person just without engines, so it would be quite cool to see it in person with engines. I did in recent times. I did actually see. I did actually watch back some videos of my travels, and it I wasn't aware that I had recently seen more 787s than I had anticipated. Right, you want to see the 78, the Dash 9? All right, it is in a video. The aircraft is in a video, the unboxing video, with the Uganda Airlines and 330-800 and the Etihad Airways Dash 9. You can check that out afterwards if you want to. But I will just put the tripod onto here. Just a moment. Just give me a moment. Rightio. Right. I'll bring my seat in. Right. So let's get this aircraft out in the open. This one here was released as a bonus model, I believe it was the February. I think it might have been the February release, or maybe the March release. But I believe this one here was a delayed model, because remember, the Hawaiian 787-9 was a delayed delivery, which is probably the main reason why it has the first registration on it. As you can see, just vaguely there, November 780 Hotel Alpha. But here is the aircraft, looking quite nice indeed. Very cool. I did actually sell the NG version to get this one. Very cool indeed. It is a nice model. The colours are a lot lighter than the NG models version, but it does the trick in my opinion. Very, very cool. But yeah, this model here was a delayed one. I'll show you on the back of the original box. Because it does say that this model was actually produced in 2023. Just there. And I think they were going to release it back in 2023, but of course the deliveries of the 787s were put back. And the first one that was actually delivered to Hawaiian Airlines was November 781 Hotel Alpha, so I would have assumed that would have been the one that they would have released. And of course, Gemini Jets were wanting to wait until it's delivered, because as of course you can see the box is white, and they usually do the white boxes for aircraft that are licensed. And of course, that's probably why they were waiting as well, because the licensing would have been in action. But I guess that will be it in terms of the live stream for you guys today. Part 1 has been completed. I hope you did enjoy what you saw in today's stream. As you can see, the sun is now streaming in. That means that golden hour has begun here at ASJE International Airport. I do usually like to take photos in terms of golden hour shots. But as of course I can't do that today because all these model boxes are on the airport. But so the next stream, in terms of the part 2 stream, will be the one where I unbox all of these models and put them at their respective places on the airport, so then I will be able to officially mark the setup complete, and then I'll be able to do all the schedule boards and everything and put them on Instagram. And of course I do need to update my website as well. Straight after the post-production of this stream will be all the links in the description below, so do go ahead and check them out afterwards. I will update the links in terms of everything and announce that they are updated in the next stream, which will be later on in the week. As I mentioned, I will schedule that for you guys. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's stream. Leave a like if you did enjoy today's stream, a great indication of how much you enjoyed today's content, as of course Sid Squad kind of gave me that sort of line of words. And of course go ahead and subscribe to the channel as well, again a freest way to support the channel. Let's get up to the 2,000 mark in terms of subscribers. I believe I'm almost there. I think I'm almost there. I think I've got just under 1,100, but I will reiterate just now, I don't do the content here on YouTube, and of course over on Instagram as well, for the views and of course the subscribers. Of course I wouldn't be lying if the support is appreciated. So yeah, that's that. And yeah, go ahead and share the stream to anyone who may be interested in checking out the channel in the near future. And yeah, hope you enjoyed what you saw today, guys. Straight after the post-production of the stream, there will be an end screen for you guys, soon enough. But on the left-hand side will be, of course, the most recent video here on the channel. On the right-hand side will be the full playlist of live streams on the channel. And of course, in the middle will be where you can subscribe. But until next time, guys, the next stream will be in a couple of days' time. Until then, guys, fly safe, stay safe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.